All right, it's time for your Marvel Snap daily video. So we're going to talk about the new card that's coming to the game, Dazzler, and what cards are going to work well with her, as well as a deck that's going to work with them. We're going to talk about my opinion, whether or not I think she is worth it, and the value of collector tokens. We're also going to talk about this new Google Play redeeming thing where you can be saving some money on the game. That's very good. And this is a series where we go over a new topic every day. So if you're interested in that type of stuff, be sure to like and subscribe. For tomorrow, we will be talking about Collapsed Mine and that location. So that'll be tomorrow's video. We're not going to talk about Collapsed Mine here. But before we get into Dazzler, let's talk about this right here. Google Play Store has $2 coupons for 100 points for Marvel Snap. And just in case you didn't know, I have a ton of point hoarded from purchases, useful for those packs like Jubilee. So for me, I typically play on my iPhone, and I also play on Steam, and I've been doing all of my purchases on my iPhone. I may download BlueStacks, and BlueStacks is a Android emulator, and I might install BlueStacks and Marvel Snap on that just to get this discount. And the way that it works is that you get $199 off your next purchase of $199 or more. So a lot of people have been telling me that they use that on the Jubilee pack. Now, there is a catch, and a lot of people are reporting that it's not really working well. By the way, I bought that Google Play offer, and it's not showing up in the game. Can't buy more until it redeems in the game. For you why it's at least a little buggy. And then someone else chimed in, Mr. Guardian said, I did the Google Play as well and not seeing it in the game. So I will keep you posted if that comes up. Now, there is a new card coming to Marvel Snap. All the new cards coming to Marvel Snap are Series 5. We're going to talk about cards that she's going to interact well with and a deck that I think is going to be amazing. And then we're going to wrap it up with whether or not I think she's worth it and the incredible value and how valuable collector tokens are to me. So Dazzler, ongoing, if you have 4 cost cards in each location, plus 6 power. So the idea of this card is to have a clogged board. There is 12 spaces in the game, and you want to have all of them full. And so that seems to be like a challenge. And this seems to be a very specific card. And if you think about certain locations are just going to throw this card off, like Sanctum, right? You can't put any cards there, right? You know, it's like, so they're going to have to be, it seems very situational. So she is a 4/4. Of course, 4/4s are going to synergize with Zabu, and Zabu is probably one of the most powerful cards in the game without a doubt. So I could see people playing her with Zabu without a doubt. Another card that is of high interest, which does a good job of filling up the board. On reveal, create 4 powered drones at each other location. So as long as the location you're playing Ultron into has 3 cards, you play Ultron, the other locations will be full. And for me, this is the most obvious card that is going to synergize well with Dazzler. Another card and an archetype that tends to fill the board up very quickly is going to be Thanos with the Infinity Stones. And the thinking there is the Infinity Stones often are very inexpensive to drop. People play Quinjet, and you're going to be able to fill the board. In fact, a lot of Thanos decks run Killmonger just to wipe out the board. So I think that this could be a interesting card for sure with some sort of Thanos build as well. Then there's also Doctor Doom. Maybe there's a way of using this card with Wong and Doctor Doom, and Doctor Doom fills up this board. And then we're going to get into other cards that push extra cards. You know, anytime you play a card and it plays in 3 locations, those are the type of cards I was thinking are going to work well. We've got Debris, another card that does that. Basically, she adds rock to each other location, so that would also give you some disruption to your opponent by wasting their space, right? Squirrel Girl, add 1 power squirrel to each other location. Mysterio is 3 cards for 2 cost. And then, of course, if you're going to try to clog the board, Mojo is a very efficient card right there. for 2 power if both players have 4 cards at this location. Give +6 power. I think that would synergize well with Dazzler. Then we've got another Series 5 card. On reveal, add a random 1 cost card to each location. And then we've got Brood. Add 2 Broodlings to this location with the same power. So after thinking about this, I think that probably there's going to be like some sort of Thanos deck or Khazar Zoo deck that this Dazzler is going to work well. One of the people suggested a Patriot deck. I think you could slot her into this deck very easily. It runs Ultron, it runs Patriot, Brood, a lot of the cards that we talked about earlier, Debris. So the board is going to be likely to be filled. Now, let's just talk about whether or not I will be buying Dazzler or considering Dazzler. And for me, this is a hard pass and absolutely not. And I will explain why. In my strategy for collector's tokens. Firstly, I just want to state this. Collector tokens are very rare. While you are in pool 3, you're only accruing about 1,000 collector tokens a month while you're in pool 3. Once your series or pool 3 complete, that number goes up to about 5,000. So is she worth a month's worth of collection tokens if your pool 3 complete? I don't think so. That's the way the system is set up now. I just don't see it. And then if you want to, let's say you're pool 3 complete and you want more collector tokens and you dump like another 200 and something dollars into the game by buying gold and refreshing missions and buying credits, it costs over $200 to get 6,000 collector tokens on top of the ones that you normally get. So I view 6,000 collector tokens as $200. Is this card worth $200? No, not at all. Not for me anyways. Maybe like when I can wait a couple months and she will drop from pool 5 to pool 4, maybe I'll consider it, right? Or if she goes from pool 4 to pool 3, which may take 4 to 5 months, we don't know. But this seems like a card that I can wait on because she is so specific. Maybe I'm wrong about this. There could be, maybe some other deck that I don't know about, but I'm just trying to anticipate. And I think that she's a good card and she'll get some use, but I value collector tokens. And my current strategy with collector tokens is I want to have not just 6,000 tokens saved at any time, but I want to get up to 12,000 tokens. Like if there's a card that is destroying the meta, I pretty much always want to have 6,000 collector tokens available at any given time so that I can buy that card when I need to. I don't want to buy, be in a situation where I have no tokens at all. So for me right now, I'm sitting on 8,900 collector tokens. I'm really not going to consider buying a Series 5 card until I have 12,000 collector tokens, unless it's a card that is busted. And I think about the last 2 cards that I purchased for 6,000 collector tokens. It was Darkhawk and Shuri, and I feel like those cards are on a completely different level for Dazzler. And this Dazzler card is going to be reserved for Mega Krakens or people that want to try something super exclusive and new. But for someone like me that's kind of cheap, if you will, or whatever, I'm just not going to do it. Now, let's wrap up the video. We've got some other hot topics to talk about. And also, I'm interested in your thoughts. If you're going to be buying Dazzler or if I missed something, I'd love to hear from you in the comment section right here. Am I the only one who just can't bring myself to care about ranks anymore? And I just thought this was an amazing post because I'll share my experience as well. I'm finding myself playing just to do the missions and collect rewards that way. Grinding for rank, it seems awfully time consuming without motivating rewards. I just can't. Am I weakly or be shunned, or are there others in this mindset too? I think this, first of all, you need to be having fun playing Marvel Snap. And I can share my personal experience. You know, I'm one of those types of people that gets satisfaction, and it is fun for me to win. And there was nothing more crushing on my climb to infinite than to get to like 99.3. And then I dropped down to 89, and I felt miserable and I wanted to throw my phone. And that is not good. That is not fun. That's not the way games are supposed to be. And I thought this post underneath it was very good. Nope. I find that focusing on ranks gives me anxiety, and that's not what I want from playing a game. Now that I stopped caring about ranks, I just play to grow my collection level, and I'm happier for it. So the other thing too is that you really are playing for, like, what do I say? Like, the rewards for ranking aren't significant, right? At 90, there's 500 gold. 100 is cosmetic. It's cosmetic at 80. You get 500 at 70. You get a variant. So you can see that there isn't a lot of rewards. Now, the main reason for me and why I wanted to get to infinite is that I wanted to stop caring about my rank, because once you get to 100, you can't drop below 100. And so now I can goof off with decks and try new things and do different things. Not that, that's an old deck. But anyways, you know what I mean? And I've been doing that in some of my highlight videos, and I hope you appreciate them. You know, like I put out a video about Hella and Domino and so on. And I want to try new things and have fun. And so getting to infinite allows me to do that. So I'd love to hear your thoughts about that as well. So again, game has to be fun first. Maybe fun for you is building combos and learning new things about the game. For other people, it's about climbing ranks, which can be frustrating. I get it. Unintended consequence to Marvel Snap is causing me to dislike some heroes I previously liked. Case in point, I was watching Doctor Strange today. When Wong came on screen, I muttered, F that guy, which is odd because I remember liking his character before Marvel Snap. Maybe this effect is temporary, but I was definitely aware of how much my sentiments seemed towards the character changed based on how I feel with him when I see someone playing him in the game. Anyone else discovering this? Yeah, I gotta say, you gotta be real careful with if somebody's playing Zabu, specifically they play Zabu and Wong, unless you have a solution like Arrow to suck them away from the Wong location, or Cosmo to ruin Wong, you're setting yourself up for a high cube loss. You really are. And be very careful when you see Zabu plus Wong. It's going to pop off, and you never know how it's going to pop off. It's something crazy, right? And so unless you have a solution to that problem, the good thing about that is it's typically telegraphed a little bit. Like, not always it's not always telegraphed now, because people can play Wong and Shuri on the same turn, right? Which is a mess. And they usually snap before they do that. But if they don't snap before Wong, I would be very careful of that combo. It's a recipe for disaster. Also, a lot of discussion about 3 energy salmon, too good or a great answer to Surfer and Zabu. My dislike for Sandman is that he costs 3, it costs 4 right now. I don't know. I think it would drastically change him, making him a 3 cost, because the problem with Zabu is you play Zabu on turn 3, right? And then if your opponent plays on Zabu on 4, well, they still get the value from Zabu because they're typically going to be playing 2 4-cost cards on turn 4. And so Sandman doesn't really do anything. And I've seen many comments from many people saying that they tried Sandman and it just really didn't work out the way they wanted to. So I don't know what the correct thing is. I fear that dropping him down to 3 cost would be too powerful, perhaps. And maybe they just need to give him more power that he costs 4, because it feels like you're really losing tempo when you play him on turn 4. So maybe they need to increase the power on him for sure. Lastly, someone asked the question, should I get him as like the character, but unsure on the decks he excels in? And this is for Dr. Doom. I just got to say this. There is a case to be made that maybe you should not be spending collector tokens at all on Series 3. Like, for example, if you're going to get all of the Series 3 cards over time for free, or if you're rushing through it, like you're buying gold and you're buying credits and you're buying refreshes, you're going to get them for free quickly, in less than a month or 2 or something, like 2 months, right? So if you're patient, you're going to get all of the Series 3 cards over time just by opening Collector's Reserve, like every fourth one, right? So maybe the answer is no. But if you're going to buy a Series 3 card for 1,000 collector's tokens, it probably should be a card that you really want, that you already have a deck picked out for, and it should be a card that enables a lot of decks. And I do think Doom does that. People are, saying, should I buy Sarah? I think Sarah's great. Should I buy Mystique? I think Mystique is great. So there are ones that are good, but it's almost like this. If you have to ask if you should buy the card, maybe the answer is no. I feel like when you see a card in your token shop, you're like, I really want to play that card today. I know exactly deck what I'm going to put them in. I know I have the deck ready to go. That's the type of purchases that I think make sense, because what you're paying the 1,000 collector tokens for is a card that you would be getting for free over a period of a couple of months, but you get to play him today. So by all means, do that if that makes sense to you. All right, let me know if that makes sense to you or if that's helpful. Like I said, if any of this stuff is helpful, let me know. And now it's time for the giveaway. So something we've been doing here is we give away meme variants. And so we say it like this. I really hope you liked this video today, because if you did, you're in luck. For every single person that likes this video, you will be getting for free in your account a Colossus variant. This is not a scam. Yeah, it's the Savage Land Colossus variant. Yeah, this is... I feel like I need to explain. This is a scam. There's no free variants. It's a meme. It's a joke. Nobody's getting any free stuff. Hope you liked the video. All right, let me know if you like this format. And as always, thanks for watching. Keep on gaming. Bye for now.